Quiet.
Jeff and I, we're on our way to Travertine Cave right now. We'd like to check it out in the winter and see how it looks with ice, all the different ice formations. I understand there's some interesting wind-blown icicles, which says something about how they would look in a cave, like for example in something like Castleguard. Apparently they've got wind-blown ice formations. The ice generally tends to grow into the wind. The actual ice crystals form into the wind, which should be something unique and unusual to see. And we're both going down there, both Jeff and I, and we're going to look at the ice. Now, the interesting thing about Travertine Cave is that it's really not Travertine. It's tufa, which is a poorly formed flowstone, non-crystalline in any way. It's porous and puffy, and that's what tufa is. I just called it Travertine. Don't know what I was thinking when we did it, but either way, that's what it is. It's seeped out of the rock, and it's kind of capped over the edge of a cliff. And as it's done so, it's encased the cliff, and in doing so, it's just very rich in formations along the roof. Lots of little tiny stalactites and rimstone dams and what have you. And for that reason, we really haven't probed too far into the cave. So anyway, without much further, we're hoping to be able to show you a little something of the cave shortly. Yeah, it looks quite nice, but I'm afraid crossing the river here is maybe not what's going to happen. We're going to have to come down on the far bank there. Very scenic. Man, check out the ice. Closer and closer to the incredible scene, the incredible winter scene that is Travertine Cave. Looks a little daunting, I must admit, but I believe it's well worth the visit. Look how thick it is on the branches, just like a weird. Okay, here's the problem. It's kind of tricky getting over there. I'm kind of on the edge of this sort of cap of tufa. I'm going to have to maybe step down onto there or take a little leap there, somehow get onto there, avoid slipping on the ice, and get into the grotto. Let's see what happens. Ah! Ah! Damn. Okay, sorry. I'm here. I made it. It was kind of tricky. Now I'm slipping on the ice. Really beautiful though. Check it out. Look at this. Look at the roof. So the water's kind of gushing out of this cave. A lot higher than expected. Let's see what I can. Yeah, look. So, I'm not feeling so optimistic about getting in without getting a serious soaker. May have to come back in a couple of months, but check it out anyway. Okay. Now the way in is off to the left there. Go leftwards. Really quite spectacular formations inside. But it's to get there, that's the problem. So here's something really unique. Look at this. Things are like blades. This is the breeze blowing through here. From the side, they're flat. From behind, they're thin as a knife. Hardly the bottom always seems to have that little sort of protrusion sticking down. Look at this. Same thing. Little protrusion sticking down. Same on that one. Something to do with the way the wind's blowing through. Same on that one. right? Just like knives hanging from the roof, from the ceiling here. Very interesting. The front end is very sharp. The front end, right there, that's really sharp. Back end is rounded and glassy. Front end is sharp and obviously sort of cracked and white looking. Straight upwards from underneath. Look at them. Sharp as can be. There they are from the sides. Look at that one. Monster sized. Very interesting. And of course, once you get away from the breeze, you just got the pure cylindrical spikes hanging down. Check out how the ice crystals actually grow into the direction of the breeze. Hard to see, maybe it's bad exposure here, but it's just quite phenomenal. You can see long sort of spines growing into the breeze. Look, I don't know, check this out. There's some blades. Again, you can see the breeze is coming from the front based on where the water's coming down. Look at these big sharp ones up top. Up top it's real sharp. All of them for that matter. Back ends are rounded, front ends are sharp. Blades hanging down. Beautiful. So I'm just looking in through a side hole here into the travertine cave. You can see all along the roof all sorts of little formations. Again, looking outwards, very scenic and beautiful. Dripping like no one's business though. Whoa, unbelievable. And up ahead, another hole in the side of the cave where you can get a little more light. Maybe I'll head down there and see what I can film.